Another day, another video, but with this video, we are getting into a video with Candace Owens going up against these OF models as they love to claim that they are, but this time with another special question that people love to hear the answer to. But as I usually say, I'm not going to talk anymore, so let us get into the video.
I have a question. So, this has been like a thing that's gone viral on this podcast before, and it always seems to spark quite a debate. So, would you consider it to be gay for a man to date a trans woman?
Yes.
For a man to date no, personally.
Would you categorize him as straight?
Probably, yeah. Because what is it? I'm sorry.
This is
Here,
like technical.
I mean,
I just.
If you don't want to answer, that's
like,
fine. Go ahead. If you don't want to answer, that's fine. Go ahead.
I'm with Pixie. I don't think that makes them gay at all.
SE?
I have no clue.
I would prefer not to answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Question. Does your answer change based on the stage of transition? Like, what if this is before any transition has occurred at all, but the person has come to the realization that they are transgender?
Well, I would assume that you have some level of like homosexual inclination if you're a man attracted to a person who looks and represents as a man, you know? Like if you're saying pre-transition, I would say like if you're attracted to those components of that person.
But pre-transition, if you are transgender, are you a woman?
Pre-transition, you're a woman who hasn't transitioned yet, so you're presenting as a male.
What if there hasn't been any bottom surgery?
What do you mean?
Like there's still an appendage.
So you're saying they transitioned everything, but they're bottom.
Maybe they're in the process of transitioning. Let's say everything, but the.
Okay, I feel like I'm kind of confused here, so I'll just leave it in these sentences.
It seems really technical.
Two people that have penises, I don't care how you feel on your inside, I don't care if you dress and you wear a dress, you wear a wig, if you come together and you have sex, you're gay.
It's really that simple, and the fact that this is a conversation that's going on in 2024 is absolutely hilarious. But with the way people are and with the things that are being taught to them, I'm not really surprised that this is a conversation being had. We have come to the most technologically advanced societies, and we're discussing now that men can be women and women can be men. And these are the people who claim to be educated and claim that they are smarter. But these people, with all the technology and all the information that we've gathered along the way, have become more stupid. It's really an unfortunate phenomenon that's happening, and I find it hilarious.
And I think that is homosexual, right? So I know that people are trying, it is convoluted. So I understand why you're like, they're trying to make it something else and it's in your head. And well, what if you feel like a woman? It's very simple. If you are a man and you are having sex with a man, irrespective of how you feel or whether or not you've mutilated your body or you've chopped something off, it doesn't make you not a man. You're a man. And two men coming together to have sex with their appendages intact obviously is homosexual sex. So
yeah, I think it's different if you're presenting completely different, because at that point, like, you have men who say that they've been trapped or whatever, and I'm like, that person is straight. They literally slept with someone who was like presenting as a woman, looked like a woman, they couldn't tell. Like, I wouldn't consider that gay. But at the end of the day, like, honestly, I don't really care about people's sexual orientation that much. I feel like this is like kind of a culture war issue. And for some people, culture war issues are important, but I'd rather talk like policy about something.
They claim that they are really smart, and everything that they say is really just stupid. Just because someone presents as if they are a man or a woman doesn't mean in fact that they are that man or that woman. We can use this argument for a variety of things. People can be deceived, as you know. Someone can say that they're a woman and they're actually a man. That person was deceived even if you think that person is a woman when they're actually a man. We can use this whole argument for a variety of other things, and we can also do it for age, which would even be much more harder, because someone who's actually 16 could look 20 and they can lie their whole lives that they're actually 20 when in fact they're actually 16, and people could believe that they're 20. It doesn't mean that they're 20. But of course, these people argue stupidity and then claim that they're smart when they really aren't.
Something, I don't know if that makes me boring here, but
well, I'm not sure I'm totally following, but I guess so. What is a woman?
I've answered this question before on the podcast.
Here, I can start with Azalea. Did I say your name right? I'm sorry.
No,
Azalea?
you never do, but it's okay.
Okay, go ahead. Well, so what is a woman?
I mean, I
think that gender is a spectrum. I obviously know that you do not agree with me, and a lot of the conservative people here won't agree with me, but I guess it's just how you present and how you feel.
Before we get back into the video, I need everyone to turn on their post notifications so that you get notified whenever one of my videos come out. Like the video as much as possible, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitter at YinkaThatGuy. Let us get back into the video.
I mean, I don't like to structure things that way and like make it so black and white. I think that people should represent themselves and be what they want to be, and it's nobody else's business, to be honest.
A female is somebody that has a vagina. That's what it says in the book, right? Okay, cool.
Which book? The Bible?
The health ed book.
Oh, the
It
health
says
ed book.
a female
Okay.
is a vagina.
Okay.
No, but what
Gender
is
and sex are two different things. So,
Okay.
You answered the question correctly, so
Okay.
I don't want you to feel like you answered it wrong.
what is a woman?
A woman is
I'm like,
somebody.
this is so complex. I'm
Yeah,
scared.
it doesn't need to be.
Okay. Go
ahead.
It doesn't.
A
need
woman
to be.
is somebody who presents or acts as the social construct of women. And the reason why I don't say biology is because whenever we look at biology, the truth is, before coming to this room, I did not look at anybody's genitalia here. I did not look at any of your chromosomes. I just assumed you guys were women because of how you dress and act. So I think that maps on more to our reality of how we use the word woman.
I thought the whole ABCD community was about people being able to tell you what their gender is, if that's what you agree to, which is what she does agree to. So how you're assuming people's genders doesn't make any sense to me with your whole ideology. You shouldn't be assuming anything. You should ask them what their gender is, and then when they tell you, then you should be able to tell them what their gender is. But no one has told you what their gender is, so all you're doing is assuming according to your ideology. Because remember, a few minutes ago you said that someone could be a woman but still present as what a male presents as. So many of the people sitting at this table could be men but present as women. So you're just contradicting what you even believe in. But I don't expect much from these people. They say absolute nonsense and expect us to follow with the nonsense that they believe in as well.
So controversial. I'm very like a man and a woman. Man has a penis, woman has a vagina. Biologically, man and a woman.
I agree. I think that it's like whatever biologically and anatomically what you've got going on.
I feel like what brings out my feminine qualities the most is the thought of being a mother in the future. So I guess I associate being a woman with being a mother in all aspects of that.
Okay.
That's
Lily?
my answer.
Your gender is decided before you're born, when you're born, and for the rest of your life.
I'm having a little boy. The doctor knows that. I know that because he's got a penis that is growing inside of my stomach right now, which is kind of trippy to think about. If I get onto this table and I start meowing like a cat, I don't suddenly become a biological cat because I present like a cat and wear a tail and say meow meow. That is probably means that I need to talk to a therapist. Not you. But yeah, it's not that difficult. It doesn't need to be convoluted. It doesn't need to be controversial. A woman, to answer your question, is an adult female.
Adult human female.
It is an adult human female, and that is the answer to something that it's just shocking to me that every person knew, every child, and then within just a couple of cultural years, everyone is so confused about, water being a liquid. It's very, like, again, I'm fascinated by it, so I love to talk to people that are confused by that. But if you were born with a vagina, you are a female, and if you were born with a penis, you are a male. And if you had some rare thing happen, which hardly ever happens, but people will always talk about it, where you're born with both parts, you might be intersex, hermaphrodite. But generally speaking, I think we know that means that something genetically went wrong, and we are born either male or female.
Pixie, do you object to her definition?
Yeah, because I think I understand where you're coming from, but I think when it comes to day-to-day use of words, they have to map onto our reality somewhat. And the truth is, like, as I didn't check anyone's like biology or chromosomes before coming here, you can say it's an act, but the truth is it's an act that everybody plays into. Everybody looks at how a person looks like and says, oh, they're a woman or male based off of that. And you can say, oh, that person is putting on a disguise that doesn't change their real gender or anything, but everybody acts that way. So to me, it's like, no, like the word that maps, or the definition that maps most onto reality, onto our day-to-day usage, is appearance-based.
And while it is true that majority of the times what we see is what is true, in terms of when we see a man, we know that person is a man, or when we see a woman, we usually know that person is a woman. But her whole ideology takes away from the fact that some people can deceive other people. So they can be a man and look like a woman, but that's just pure deception, and that's all it is. So yes, majority of the time what we see is what's true, but people can deceive other people. Just because you can deceive someone doesn't make you that thing that you're trying to deceive people to believe that you are. It's really that simple. But as usual, these people complicate things that are not complicated, or that shouldn't be complicated.
Candace does have to take off here. Do you have a final response to her?
Yeah, if you grow an afro and wear a wig and put, a lot of black makeup on, you're not a black woman, so your appearance doesn't actually mean anything. You're not black. And the same way that I'm not white. So if we can trick someone, you might be able to trick me. I think Rachel Dolezal did a really good job tricking people into believing that she was black for a long time by darkening her skin, getting super tan, and wearing fake wigs, but she wasn't actually a black woman. So how you feel on the inside and how you present, you might be able to trick people, but that makes you a liar, not a woman. So yeah, that's what I would say in closing.
Yeah.
If you want, you could direct your further comments to me. What happened?
And that's all there really is to it. Deception is a thing, and just because you can deceive people doesn't make you that thing that you're deceiving them to believe you are. Newsflash to all of you people who believe otherwise, and I love you all, but you cannot be a man and be a woman and be a man. It's just not possible, and that's just the facts of reality. But anyway, that was another video, another reaction. As I usually say, if you guys enjoyed the video, like the video as much as possible, comment down below, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on Twitter/X at YinkaThatGuy, and I am out.